Next, we'll have the candidates for the 11th Congressional District. And first up to speak is Tonia Khouri.
Good evening. My name is Tonia Khouri. I am running for Congress in the 11th District. I'm a Republican, so I believe in smaller government, lower taxes, individual responsibility, and a strong national defense. I'm going to Washington to get things done. That's who I am, that's what I do. I get things done. Right now I am a small business owner. So my husband and I own Green Tea Services. You might see our trucks, they have a T on the top. We started this company 12 years ago. In our basement, one man, one truck. We now have over 22,000 customers in the Chicagoland area. I love sharing that story because that's America. There's no other country on this planet that gives us more opportunity to succeed than this great nation. And we need to make sure it stays that way. I also currently serve on the DuPage County Board as Chairman of Economic Development. And when I was campaigning for office, I promised my constituents that I would fight for small businesses because they are the ones that create the jobs, and I would fight for the hardworking taxpayers. And I have accomplished both. So I am an elected official who actually did what she said she was going to do. And I'll do the same thing in Washington because the hardworking taxpayers deserve to have someone who fights for them on their behalf and in their best interest. Because right now the rich are getting the benefits, the poor are getting the programs, and the middle class are getting stuck with the bill. It has to stop. 30. This is a country that gives opportunity for everyone, and free enterprise is the best way to lift people up out of poverty. So again, my name is Tonia Khouri. I am standing up, I'm taking action, and I ask you to join me. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Herman White.
Good evening. My name is Herman White. I'm a candidate for the 11th Congressional District of Illinois. I'm a research scientist at the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, where I've served and worked for, well, this year is my 42nd year. The reason I am running is basically because of the community service that I've been engaged in my area and in this community for over 30 years. I see that some of the policies that are being put in place are actually eroding some of those good works that I believe that I've done. My connection with Plainfield is very straightforward. I know you probably remember that there was an effort to bring a full-service hospital to this community. Well, I was at the beginning of that because I served on the Edward Hospital Board of Directors for 10 years, the Quality Committee of that hospital for 15 years. My focus in terms of running for Congress has to do with health care. It has to do with education. It has to do with energy and national security. It has to do with public service. It has to do with public safety. I was also a police and fire commissioner of Naperville for 6 years and the Teachers Academy for Math and Science in Chicago for 18 years. This breadth of experience is what I think is needed in Washington. If you are actually going to make the case that you are going to change this country and that you're going to make things better, you have to have a breadth of experience, not in terms of just your philosophy of how things should change, but your experience in actually making that change happen. This is the work that I have been doing. This is the effort that I'm engaged in right now, and I hope that you will join me in understanding, in fact, that we could actually get the 11th District back on track to what it should be and how it should be done. I think the leadership, not only of the Republican Party, but leadership of our entire country is at stake. I thank you very much, and I hope that if you have questions, that you actually have a chance to ask me. Thank you very much.
Next, we'll have George Pearson speak on behalf of Nick Stella.
Good evening. My name is George Pearson, and I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Nick Stella. He's a cardiologist that is running in this race. Dr. Stella has been in business for 15 years now throughout the 11th Congressional District. He's worked out of Silver Cross Hospital, out of Bolingbrook Hospital, and several other community hospitals throughout Joliet. He's running because he knows when his grandparents came to this great country that they had the opportunities to actually start up businesses and make something out of themselves. He's watched over the last few generations that spirit, that entrepreneurship erode and fade away. It's going away because we have continuously elected individuals that go to Washington, D.C. or go to Springfield for one reason and one reason only, themselves. They get there and they forget about who they actually represent. It has come a time now that we as Americans have to start looking at we the people and go back and take our government back from the hands of special interests and those that are just looking for a full-time job. Dr. Stella has actually created 103 jobs, high-paying jobs within his business. Right now, he's having a meeting to try to bring another $3 million back into the 11th Congressional District. Why? Because that's important. Because as tax dollars continue to leave this area, Joliet, with Caterpillar, or Motorola, or any of the other technology companies leaving Aurora, we have to start looking at individuals that are actually bringing forth an effort that will bring back tax dollars, that will bring back high-paying jobs into our community, and that has the experience to do that. Please check out Dr. Stella's website, stellaforcongress.com. You can also find him on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.